Assalamu alaikum, guys at home. Welcome back to the Fusion Kitchen. Now, we are going to be again doing some cooking. But before we do a cooking, what are we going to be doing?
Need the shopping.
Exactly. Right now, we are here in a Bangladeshi cash and curry, which is in the middle of Brick Lane. Right, so what are we going to be cooking?
Today is going to be a very special dish, Bangladeshi speciality,
batera. All your dishes are special, I got to say that, right?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, go on.
Right, and it's
What's
quail.
it, a batera?
Batera, yeah, in English it's a quail.
Right, that's a bird, right?
It is absolutely a bird.
I love a bird.
And
right,
I'm going to serve it with full up,
Yep.
right, which is pilau, aromatic pilau rice.
Fantastic. Okay, well, let's go and catch our bird.
Of course, before it flies away.
Let's go. And as usual, again, we've done all the shopping and we've got all the prep work done as well. And I'm loving this area over here. I've got all the ingredients. We've got our coriander, we've got our thyme, we've got our basil, the lemons, the chilies, all the spices, everything's here. Talk to me. What are we cooking today?
Right, today we're going to make two items. Okay, it's a special item.
Right.
I would say a delicacy because it's not everyday household thing. I'm going to use quail, which is known as batera.
One of my favorite, once again.
Wow,
you always
excellent,
cook my
okay.
favorite dishes. Okay, go on.
Now, quail is a tough meat. It's
Right.
not as tough as duck, not strong as duck,
Okay.
right? But it needs to be marinated in 24 hours in spices.
Right.
So the meat gets nice and tender. Then I will oven cook it for about half an hour to 40 minutes at 180. I'm going to stuff it with minced lamb.
Right.
Now I'm going to quickly get on.
Fantastic.
Right, I've got the
Again,
minced
a
lamb
bird,
here.
right, great.
Right, and I've got my batera here. Okay, now I'm going to quickly, can you pass me the vegetable oil?
Yes,
please?
I can. That's this
Right,
one, yeah?
I'm going to make them, yes, that's the one.
Right, there you
okay?
go.
Right, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit in here because I'm going to make the spice mixture for the batera. Thank you very much for that.
Fantastic.
Right, and
Let me just leave that here. Let me just say something about the batera here. I just want to say something about that while Shahid is... what are you doing here, by the way?
I'm going to roast some whole coriander seeds and cumin seeds.
Okay, you carry on doing that.
Okay.
The batera in English is a quail, right?
It's a quail,
It's a
yeah.
quail. Now, again, this dish here, high in protein, but make sure you take the skin off. It's absolutely a fantastic dish and it goes with rice, salad, bread, anything like that, and something quite simple to cook at home. So make sure you have a look at how we're doing this, and Shahid will show us exactly how, right?
Yes,
There you
absolutely.
go, Shahid.
Okay,
Right,
so
talk to me. What are you doing here right
that's my marination done, right?
So what did you put? A little bit of haldi there.
A bit of turmeric, bit of mixed powder,
Right.
ginger and garlic, and I've put some fenugreek leaf, which is methi,
Right,
as everybody knows. Okay, that's my mixture done.
Right.
Okay, now I've already prepared the batera. Okay, I've sliced it. Okay, I've scored the skin.
Right,
okay, so
right.
the spices will go in
Right,
nicely.
I was
Okay,
just-
right. Can you pass me some balsamic vinegar
I
here,
can,
please?
I
Okay,
can, right.
I'm going to add some tamarind to it as well.
Right, there you go.
Okay. Right. And I'm going to marinate it for 24 hours. That's fine. Thank you.
24 hours?
Yes. Right.
So that's not such an easy dish. You got to do it the day
because
before.
I tell you
Not so
why.
easy to
Because the
cook.
meat is tough of the quail.
put
Balsamic
into it.
vinegar and the tamarind.
Right.
And a bit of lemon juice.
Yeah.
Okay. What that will do, that will help to tenderize the meat. Okay.
Right, as this has already been marinated, what we're going to do is after 24 hours of marination, you put this in the oven. Now, because of short of time, and as they do, and I used to love the cooking shows when I used to watch when I was slightly younger, they used to say, here's one we have made earlier. So in cooking shows, they have to do that. We got a short of time. We can't do 1 hour of cooking and so forth. So this is going to go in the oven, and it's going to be cooking for 40 to 45 minutes. But before that, you are going to stuff it with something, aren't
That's
you?
right. Okay.
Right.
Smell this, Sharif. Okay. That's what's been
Strong,
roasted, and
strong,
that's the
right.
smell I want. Okay.
what have you
Just,
roasted exactly?
Cumin seed and coriander seeds. Okay.
Okay,
So
cumin
I'm
seed
gonna-
and coriander
yeah,
seed, right?
Finally.
So let me leave this here.
That's going to be my main spice for the stuffing. I'm going to use a bit of ginger, okay?
Right.
And that's it. I'm just going to keep it simple, okay? Add a bit more garlic to it, okay?
So if people want to use more spice, they can, right?
They can absolutely, okay? I'm going to pinch of black pepper, right?
Okay.
Okay. And a bit of mixed curry powder, just a tiny weeny bit, okay? Because we don't want to overpower the quail, because obviously the quail's meat is not as strong as duck meat, okay? So we don't want to over spice it, okay?
He's simplifying the dish. I mean, to your liking, you can actually put more spice to it. You can make it spicier. When I say spicier, you can put a bit more chili powder. You can make, put salt to taste everybody's salt. But remember, don't put too much salt in any of the dishes, because salt is something that you can always increase and add on, but you cannot decrease it.
I'm going to make a special guan sauce, and I'm going to make some pilau rice. So we need to get that into the fridge for 24 hours.
Right,
because
fine.
We've got one pre-cooked.
So we've just marinated that, as I think I already mentioned that, but anyway, this, after stuffing it, it just goes into the fridge for 24 hours. So obviously the next day, you would be putting it in the oven for about 40 to 45 minutes. Is that right?
I say half an hour, 40 minutes, okay?
Half an hour.
Doesn't take thing. Main thing, it needs to tenderize over 24 hours.
Okay,
with the lemon
fair enough.
juice
Half an hour,
thing.
correction there guys, half an hour, 45 minutes. I'm going to put this in the fridge. By the way, what I didn't mention earlier on is when you put the quail in the oven, it's 180 degrees Celsius, right?
Yes, about
Make sure you don't confuse yourself with Fahrenheit. So it's 180 degrees Celsius. It's something that I got to incorporate in my household diet, to be honest, because my son has just got into cooking, by the way. So maybe it's something
seriously.
he's a tall boy, and at the end of the day, he goes to the gym slightly. So protein is good for you. What would you like?
Vegetable oil, please.
Right. Again, this one here, right?
Yes, please. Yeah.
You know what? This is a big bottle. I don't want it to slip.
It's amazing. The third generation and fourth generation, like I said earlier on, they're into so many different type of world food now.
Right.
And so it's important that we cater for their needs. Right?
Absolutely. And healthy diet is something that, in the olden days, right? Like your my uncles and fathers when they were growing up. Remember in Bangladesh, we used to have the bistra and everything like that.
Yep.
So everything was homegrown, everything was healthy.
An onion, please.
What would you like?
Sharif Bhai, one whole onion. Thank
Okay,
you.
right.
Yes,
So
I'm listening, Sharif Bhai.
what I was saying was the healthiness was always there, but now you've got to be very careful.
Of course.
With food and genetically modified items and stuff like that. So you got to be very, very careful what you buy and what you cook and how you cook it.
People, are more organic. I was going more organic way.
Again?
Okay. Yep. Right. So, this is the base for the pilau rice I'm cooking. Okay, I'm going to crush some cardamom. Right, get the full flavor out of that. I'm going to put some star anise seed, some jabantree, right? And
what are you doing with this one here? Sorry.
this one I'm just heating it up. Is that ready to go? I'm going to put some ginger and garlic in that as well. Okay. This is golden brown. I'm going to add my onions. It's nice and hot.
So what have we got? We got the bay leaf and the dalchini.
Yeah, dalchini. Right. So let's put the fire down on this one. Just going to wait for that to get golden brown, Sharif. Okay?
Yes.
Right, and
Absolutely. Okay.
I will be.
That's usually what we do with the onions.
Is, I'm going to add some designated coconut. Okay, so guan sauce I'm making.
Right.
Okay, and
so what is this guan sauce about?
Guan sauce is a South Indian sauce. Okay.
From Goa.
Yeah, from Goa. Okay, they like
hence
using
the
a lot
name.
of dry coconut. Exactly.
Okay.
Right, so I'm using designated coconut here, and they like nice spices going with it. So it's going to be.
What is designated coconut? So just for the viewers.
It's like you got coarse black pepper in it.
Yes.
So this is another word for like coarse.
Okay. Semantics at the end of the day, right? Okay, so coarse.
So I'm going to let the oil of the coconut come out. Right. That's why I put the coconut in first.
Fair enough.
And then you'll get nice little coconutty flavor.
The words that I'm learning, by the way, designated coconut, coarse, black pepper, coarse. These are some of these things I do know. Don't get me wrong. I've been in this cooking field for a while. Right. So what are you adding now? Salt.
Some salt, yeah. Right, I'm adding some salt.
Okay.
Right, and I'm just going to swap these two over. Put this one here.
Right.
This here, so it's closer to me. Right, and
Absolutely
put the
fantastic. How's this one looking? Can I have a look?
Yes, of course, we need to stir it. Right, okay. Can you add just a little bit of water in here would be fine.
Right, let me just get you a little bit of cup of water
just
from
a
the
tiny,
bag.
tiny weeny bit, okay? Right, and that will stop it from sticking to
All right,
the
here you
bottom
go.
of the
You
pan.
tell me when to stop, all right?
Yeah, please do, carry on. That's fine.
Is that it?
Okay, yep.
A little bit of water.
And obviously earlier on we've soaked some rice, haven't we?
Yes, we did. Yes. Do you want me to give you the rice?
Rice, yep.
Right.
Okay. Right, not just yet. I'm just going to wait for the onions to caramelize a little bit and until it gets golden
This rice is
brown.
quite dry, by the way.
Yep, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah, I've drained the water out on that earlier on. Right, and right. So that's my mixed curry powder gone in. Dice some tomato.
Okay, let me do that for you. Give me a knife. Give me that long knife. Be careful with the knives. Right.
And I'm going to
So
some cherry tomatoes here as well. So it gets a nice little tangy taste there, Sharif Bhai, okay? Now I'm going to add my rice in here, okay?
right. Okay. So this is coming up nicely.
Yeah, can you see it's golden brown and can you see the coconuts
I can absolutely.
golden brown all's come out?
Yes, absolutely.
Right?
I can see
so
that.
Now can you add the diced onion in here for me, please?
Right. Diced onions.
Sorry, I mean diced tomatoes.
Diced
Sorry,
tomato. Yeah, don't get the
looking at
ingredients wrong.
Tomatoes. I thought you'd go by my body language.
Listen, I'm getting hungry
Right.
as I always do every time that you're cooking. So
That's
make sure we don't
enough
have
tomato. Yep,
Yep.
please. Yep.
Little bit more?
Yeah, that's it. Yep.
Okay.
Exactly. That's absolutely fine. Okay. Now to this.
Well, I tell you what, while you're doing that, because I think we're nearly kind of like ready, right?
Yeah,
So I'll get the
absolutely.
plates out, and
do.
I think the quail. I mean, it's been about 45 minutes. 40 minutes, I would say. I'll get the quail out. Yeah, that's what the oven's saying. So let me just
Okay.
get this and this out over here. Right,
So here,
just you
Sharif,
guys-
just quickly before you miss out
Yep.
the essential parts.
Go on.
I've added the tamarind
Right.
and I've added a bit of mustard paste. Okay, make it nice and spicy.
So you've added some
And I'm gonna
tamarind
use-
sauce
That's right. Yep.
and a bit of mustard sauce.
Mustard paste, and
Mustard
I'm
paste.
adding a bit of honey.
Right,
So it's going to
okay.
be sweet, sour, and
that's fine.
slightly hot. Okay,
that's fine,
right. I
absolutely.
might add a chili powder actually in it.
No problem.
Okay.
Absolutely. As long as the viewers are getting this, because at the end of the day, what we want is the viewers to maybe when this show, if it goes live ever, for them to kind of call us in and say, you know what, that dish that you cooked one day, and we saw it, and it was absolutely fantastic, and you know, I cooked it at home.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna get the
end
other-
of the day. I'd like to feel the appetite of our viewers, and right, this is what I enjoy about cooking. Right now, Sharif,
Right.
if you come here, can you see where the rice has gone golden brown?
Yes.
Right. We need to. Can
Right,
you
let
put
me
the
just turn- one
Can you
minute.
help me here? I'm still getting used to this induction.
Okay, all right, okay,
cooker.
go on,
Can
go
you
on.
put the
Okay.
temperature up on this?
I can
Sharif?
indeed, young man.
Right.
Okay, let's see. Let's have a look at this.
Okay. Now this sauce is more or less ready because.
Right,
I'm
this
gonna
is up now. You're all right with that,
Just wait for it to caramelize, right? Just going to cover it with some
Oh,
sort
this
of.
is looking really, really nice. Look at that.
Well, I'm just going to cover it with some sort of lid
Right,
so
okay.
it simmers, and I'm just going to taste it for salt.
Okay, you taste that. While you're doing that, let me just see how the quail is looking now. Look at this. But here's how it's looking. Yep.
Now is the time to add my water. I'm going to use boiling water.
Right.
Okay. Do you remember how many cups of rice you soaked in there?
I don't remember. You told me.
Two cups. Okay.
Okay, all right,
And I'm
yeah.
going to put 2 cups of water,
Right.
bearing in mind that there's already water in there.
Right,
So
okay.
the best way of cooking rice is the amount of rice in a cup. That's the amount of water you add. That's the normal basic formula.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, guys, I mean, not everybody has this kind of tap at home. This is instant
Okay.
boiling water. So if you're going to add any boiling water, make sure you boil it in a kettle at home, obviously. But we're lucky that we got this kitchen and we can add the boiling water, which is instant.
So can you see it's nice and golden brown?
Yep, yep, yep,
like
yep,
that. Okay.
Fantastic.
We call it badami color.
Right. Brilliant. Okay. Right. You know what? I think we'll be all right now.
Yep,
What I'll
that's
do is
right.
start-
This should take about 5 to 10 minutes maximum to cook.
make it nice and juicy, right?
Make it nice and juicy. Remember, there's more sauce that's going to go over it. Okay.
Remember, guys, before the stomach or the mouth eats, the eyes definitely eat.
Right, Sharif, can you help me again, please?
Yes.
Put that temperature down for me. Still getting used to this.
Well, smarter than you, that I know.
Just a tiny bit of more.
Okay.
Just give it another 2-3 more minutes. Let it simmer nicely. Okay. And we need to keep an eye on this because we don't want the rice to go too soggy.
No, right, okay.
Now I'm just waiting for this sauce to simmer.
Right.
Okay, now.
Yeah, I like the way the chefs taste it, and then how's that tasting?
It's coming out fine. It's got that nice kick to it.
Well, all the hard work's over. We've done the cooking. I am really hungry now. But as usual, we've got a guest on the show, and we will be speaking to him very briefly. Assalamu alaikum, Tawajullah. How are you?
Walaikum salam. What a pleasure to be here.
Well, the pleasure's all ours. Like I said, as usual. Now, you are in the catering industry, right?
You're right.
So we better be doing something here, or you better have done something which it's got to be unique and amazing, because this guy, he feeds a lot of people. Tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, look, I'm involved in restaurant from my teenage, and I've been running restaurants since for the last 30 plus years. So yeah, I think I have some experience.
Some experience.
I myself was as a chef,
right,
and I won many awards and accolades during my career.
And you say you still got some experience. He's got a lot of experience. Listen, we're not going to get too much into it. We are going to dig into the food, because Tawajjuh bhai, I can see you are looking hungry. I'm looking hungry. Right. Nothing's dripping yet. Here you go. Grab a knife. A fork.
Yeah.
You can grab a fork.
Of course.
Yeah.
And I will grab a fork. Well, here you have it, guys. You've seen it. We've got our guest, and we will be eating the food right now.
Well, look, first thing is it looks so amazing, nicely plated, well thought of and presented well. So it's definitely, tantalizing my buds before even I start.
Excellent.
So
this is a platter, though, isn't it?
What shall we start with? Bismillah.
Yes, Bismillah Rahman Rahim. I'm going to start with the rice.
Now, while you digging into that Tawajjuh bhai and Sharif, okay, what I've done is I've actually set it out as a platter, because it's nice to have it as a feast around the table with everybody sharing, because it's like a delicacy.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've marinated the quail for 24 hours in my special spices and herbs, right? Then I stuffed it with minced lamb, with roasted cumin seed and coriander.
So this is like a platter right now, isn't it?
That's right, yeah.
What do you think, anyway?
A lot of passion has gone in there, I can see, and I'm sure the taste will be even greater.
Haven't you had a bite yet? I think I had a bite before him. Go on, dig into it.
Really nice, tasty. The flavors are bursting through. There's a lot going on there. Oh, I think everybody should try and make this dish at home
now the
and
music's
enjoy it with the family.